personal breakthroughs. Women's 400 not too far away. Cathy Freeman, Tim Forsyth wrapped up the $10,000. Will Cathy Freeman wrap it up here with a win? Renee Poetschka, the big danger. Let's have a look at the point summary. Cathy in Adelaide getting 9 points. In Hobart, where she ran 50.46 in her first serious 400 metres for the season. And then in Melbourne, 49.85. A whack of bonus points. Total 41. Let's go back and see that historic performance where she became the first Australian to break 50 seconds. It was at the NEC meet in Melbourne. So from the inside, Naylor, Hanigan, Poetschka. Freeman didn't seem to get a great start, by the way. Richards was out well, Fraser going out well, so the two Jamaicans are giving Cathy something to run at. Richards really going early with Fraser. Freeman now starts to accelerate the backstroke. She's looking good at 250. She's left Poetschka behind. Freeman's right up to Richards now. She has gone hard. Freeman's about to go past them. I think the time's what's important now. Poetschka's well back, she'll run on. Has Cathy gone too hard? The fastest time she's run in Australia is 50.46. The fastest by any Australian is 50.19. The Australian record's 50.04. We count her down. Poetschka's coming home hard for second. It's 1-2 Australia. Freeman's digging in. The clock ticks over. It's fast. It's real fast. She's done it. She has done it. The first time ever inside 50. It is a magic moment in the sport.
She hasn't broken 50 seconds. She smashed it. She can't believe it. Listen to the big crowd here at Olympic Park.
Gee, that was a mighty roar by you, Melinda, at the time. You were last year's Athlete of the Year. Cathy, I think, is about to become the 1996 Athlete of the Year.
Yeah, you know, I was lucky last year. I had a very successful year, and I know Cathy, you know, she deserves it this year, and I won't be surprised if she does another great time here tonight because, you know, it's beautiful conditions, the crowd's fantastic, and is a home crowd for her because she was originally from Queensland. So her family will be down here tonight, and I'm sure that'll spur her on.
Well, great opposition with Renee Poetschka. They're just about to go to the blocks. Renee's also in good form, isn't she?
Yeah, Renee is going to keep Cathy on her feet. You know, it's really important for her to perform well, and she's on a good scale too of peaking tonight.
Well, they're down there now, Melinda. We see Cathy Freeman. I noticed, David, the officials left, right and centre all over Cathy, and looking at her shoes a moment ago, everything's sorted out as we look at the... I'll go through this firstly. Locker, semi-finalist at the Olympics but struggling. Lauren Poetschka, 400-metre hurdler, trying to make the relay team. Lee Naylor, part of that relay team in Gothenburg. Renee Poetschka, 4 times Australian champion and current. Cathy Freeman, Kylie Hanigan in 6, Alice Barrett, who ran well at the Nationals, 7, the very promising 15-year-old Rosemary Haywood in 8, and another promising teenager, the 17-year-old Tamsin Lewis in lane 9. Everything sorted out with Cathy there?
Yeah, they are. I just had the glasses on them. I couldn't quite see. Something, I think one of the spikes was loose underneath the sole plate of Freeman's spikes, but everything seems to be back okay now. She needs to make sure, Melinda, that doesn't bother her. What sort of effect can that have when you have a problem like that with your equipment so close to the start?
Well, I think mainly when you're inexperienced, it can be a problem, but I'm sure Cathy's old enough and more mature now. There's Renee there. She is probably all fired up for tonight. She's got absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. She's the underdog here, so she'll be out to do a good time. And as I said, she's in a peaking phase at the moment.
We've underestimated Prieska, I think. She was 50-60 at the Nationals is a great run.
Double A standard, and anyone else does the double A standard. We do a hoop, don't we? But this woman is so good, 49.85. Poetschka's world class, no question about that. These two ran first and second in Monte Carlo last year when you had a great run in the 200 metres, Melinda. And Perec was behind them, and Miles, and the who's who of world athletics, weren't they?
Yeah, it was a very exciting time. I mean, at the best of times, there are not a lot of Australians up there, and that night they dominated, you know, first and second, and it was one to remember. But yeah, I'm sure Renee will get out there tonight. And what we also have to remember is these girls are wanting to get in the 4x4 team in Atlanta today.
Yeah, so behind the big two here, there's a bit of competition with Naylor, Hanigan, Lauren Poetschka, and who knows, maybe one of the teenagers could come through here. Probably a bit early for Haywood. Lewis has been promising for a while. Locke seems to be struggling, but Freeman flying. Could she do it again? Under 50, a second time? She'll go for it. Good clean start for Freeman. Poetschka's got her in her sights. So away they go from the outside, Lewis, then Haywood, Barrett, Hanigan, Freeman, Poetschka. Cathy holding back a little early. And then behind them, Naylor. down the back. You can see Freeman looks very comfortable. She's allowing Poetschka to run up close to her. Renee's gone out hard at 200, has almost got alongside Freeman. Now Freeman to try and accelerate away from her. The big two are stretching away now. Naylor behind those. Freeman looks about a half a metre on Poetschka, who's challenging strongly. Freeman in front. Poetschka can't quite get to her. Freeman draws away now from Poetschka. They're streeting the rest of them. Cathy Freeman now coming right away from Renee Poetschka. The clock ticking down. Freeman, an emphatic winner, fast again. 50.22. It's her second fastest ever in this country. And Poetschka second, and there was a long gap to third.
Well, she ran a very controlled race then, and Renee Poetschka certainly gave it her best shot. She'll learn a lot from that race. She'd pretty much had enough by the time she got into the straight. You could tell by the look on Poetschka's face. But very, very strong over the last couple of, last 20 or so metres. Cathy Freeman really powering to the line.
Yeah, it was a great controlled race, but as you can see at the end there, Cathy was pretty tight, and understandably she's had an awesome domestic season. And we also see there Lee Naylor coming through, Michelle Locke and Kylie Hanigan. So those girls will be looking towards the 4x4 team.
You can see Poetschka trying hard to relax the face of Freeman. Just a grimace there, but still relaxed. But it still hurts the 400 metres, no matter how much you try to relax.
And we've got to remember, that's a very good time. 50.22 is absolute world class. I like that for Freeman tonight because she did it differently to what she did in Melbourne.
Yeah, she did. She sort of, she didn't go out as hard as she did in Melbourne, and she was controlled down the back straight, and she seemed to really hit it at about the 160 metre mark.
She didn't panic either when Poetschka went right up on her inside at 200 metres. You can often panic there, but from the one, Cathy Freeman's with Terry Kennedy.
Well, Cathy Freeman, we've just spoken to Daniela Costian. You've taken the $10,000 off her with that performance, but she wished you all the best. Very sporting gesture, but she might hit you for a loan later.
She's lovely. I'll do anything for her, almost anything for her, any day.
50.21, obviously at this ground. Very happy with that effort.
I'm just glad. I mean, I think mentally I was, it took a bit mentally to get up tonight, which, obviously connects to the physical, trying to get your physical, trying to get up physically. But I'm pleased with tonight. I won. I mean, obviously it wasn't as good as my run in Melbourne, but it doesn't matter. It's nice to win at home in front of my family.
Well, after the NECs and the Nationals, obviously it's been a pretty heavy 3 weeks really to then come up here.
Yeah, I mean, looking back, it has been pretty solid, which is great training. Without sounding at all like I'm trying to put the domestics in it, it's good to get these solid runs under your belt, get the feel for running in front of the crowd again. So, it all adds up to that one day, come July Olympics.
Well, Cathy Freeman, good luck at the Olympics and overseas, and congratulations on winning the overall Grand Prix title tonight.
It's nice, thank you.
Well done.
Welcome back to the Optus Grand Prix final. Sports Australia's coverage. Great run from Cathy Freeman in the women's 400 metres. There's the time, 50.21 the official time. That was equal to her best last year. So great run from Cathy Freeman. Poetschka 51.11. Lee Naylor a good time, 52.77. Good return to form for Michelle Locke, 52.88. And Rosemary Haywood also a great run there, 53.53. So great run from Cathy Freeman.